Greetings. Welcome to this video on literature review as a part of tips and guidance on thesis protocol writing. Now, literature review, what is the aim of the literature review? The aim of literature review is to illuminate about the topic. It is to present what others have done in this particular field or in aligned fields, what data exists, what others have researched and known. It also presents how others have gone about doing the research, what are the different standard methodologies in the field, what is the kind of standard expectations of the research in this. It also presents the expanse of the field. For example, if there is a lot of research in a particular areas, then it tells you that that research area is quite important for researchers and a lot of funding has gone on or a lot of research interest is there. The literature review also presents what needs to be done. So literature review not only tells what has been done, but also kind of nudges to unanswered questions, what is not known in the presently in the field, where research should take its course to. Now, literature review needs to have a little bit of balance between what is the extent of the material in the field and what can be assimilated by the reader. Now, if there is too much material, all the material cannot be presented to the reader, then it has to be summarized, packaged in a manner that can be taken up by the reader. At the same time, it should not be too concise or too brief. It should enable the reader to grasp the area in a sensible manner, in a manner which makes the reader more clear about it. Now, we need to know something about the hierarchy of evidence. Some kind of evidence is given more importance as compared to others. For example, opinions, expert opinion, it is seen as the lower range of the evidence. A little bit higher than that is case series and case reports. Higher than that are observational studies. Better than that are interventional studies in a controlled environment. And highest level of evidence is meta-analysis. So when a large amount of evidence exists, it is important to focus on the higher aspects of evidence rather than at lower levels. Now, how do you go about writing the literature review? You generally tell about what the expanse of the field is, what all does a person need to know about the topic. You can tell about the generic things about the topic. Then you move towards the core topic. So before you tell about the core topic, you can just tell about the field in general. Then you move to the core topic, where you need to be exhaustive about the information and the research that has been done. The aspects of mythology also can be presented here when you tell about the core aspects of this topic. Then you move towards what is not known in this topic, and this builds upon the rationale of why a study is useful to the field and what will be the scientific and the social impact of researching in this area. What should be the sequencing? If there are systematic reviews and meta-analysis available, then it might be a good idea to tell about a few original studies and then the findings of this meta-analysis, which encompasses all the relevant studies pertaining to that particular subtopic or a question we have. You can go chronologically as well. You tell about the studies in 1960s, 70s, and then go towards studies in 2000s, 2010s. It enables reader to get an understanding of the evolution of the field so that there is a kind of a coherent sense that this is how things have evolved in the particular. How much depth should be there? For that, the answer is a reasonable amount of depth of the literature review should be there. But typically, about 20 to 40 pages should be good enough. It uh, it is preferred if you are able to build a story with the main event being your research topic. So you build a story that goes to the research topic that you are going to study. Uh, Please avoid irrelevant clutter. The topic of, for example, for a topic of therapy of opioid dependence, you need not have much details on the economics of opioid misuse. So you need to be much more clearer about what you want to study, and your story should also be aligned to what you are going to study. The reader should be able to get the answers largely about where people have done the research, that is, which countries, which continents, how people have done the research, what are the different methods, the instruments, the procedures that they have used. What are the sample sizes and populations in which these studies have been done? What are the findings of research in the field? And any specific interesting findings that have come out in the review literature that can be helpful. Now, whether there should be tables or figures in the review literature, or it should only be text. Tables and figures can be helpful for synthesis and easier graphs or information. If you're using them, try to avoid duplication with the material in the text. So it should not be repeating what is there in the text. You should be careful in numbering each table or figure, uh, and let them finish in one page. So if your tables are running in 2 or 3 pages, then it becomes very difficult to assimilate or grasp them. So don't stretch them across. With this, thank you for your attention, and let's hope that you write a good literature review for your thesis.